Are you looking for the best hair straighteners? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best hair straighteners on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Paul Mitchell Style Plus Ceramic Flat Iron. If you're looking for a simple, high-quality straightening iron that lasts forever, isn't too damaging, and turns out glass-smooth results on even the most stubborn of hair textures, the original Paul Mitchell Style Plus is it. Former Wired reviewer Medea Giordano has been using one for decades, speaking to its durability, and it's still my go-to even after testing dozens of hair straighteners at all price points. There aren't a lot of frills, just 4 heat settings and basic 1-inch ceramic plates, but in my experience and almost a year of testing, you don't need them. This iron is sturdy but still reasonably lightweight, with a 9-ounce body, plus its smaller plates are easy to maneuver for those who also like to create waves and flips. The buttons on the inside are recessed to avoid accidental pushes, and there's a simple digital display on top to indicate the temperature. It takes 1 minute to heat up to max temp, as accurately indicated on the box. If you don't mind wider plates and want to straighten faster by covering more surface area, both Medea and I both also love the 1.25-inch Smooth Plus model, $130, which is basically the exact same thing as the Style Plus and often for a few bucks cheaper. At number 2. Sutra IR2 Infrared Flat Iron. I've used many a straightener in over 30 years of ironing my 3A curls, and this titanium-plated iron with a thin inlaid infrared strip on the bottom, which Sutra says is part of its proprietary healthy heat system and helps to seal the hair cuticle, means business. It's one of the only irons I've used that can turn my difficult frizz all day flat and shiny in one pass. The Sutra opts for high heat. Its 1-inch plates heat up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit in just 23 seconds. This high temperature is its default setting, for better or worse, so those who like a lower heat might prefer an iron they don't have to turn down each time they turn it on. Also, the IR2's matte black and rose gold body, while quite solid, isn't the lightest I've used at 13 ounces, so some people might find their hand getting fatigued. Mine did not, however, even though I have very long hair. At number 3. Conair Infiniti Pro. This was former Wired reviewer Medea Giordano's favorite low-cost hair straightener, and after using it myself off and on over the past few months, I agree that it checks a surprising number of boxes for the price. It has tourmaline ceramic plates, see above for an explanation of tourmaline's benefits, heats up to an impressive 455 degrees Fahrenheit, and also boasts an encyclopedic 30 heat settings accessible via a small dial on the side. It's also got a generous 5-year warranty. Granted, it still took multiple passes at maximum temperature to smooth my blow-dried 3A frizz, which had me worrying a bit near the end of my trial about my hair health, and the iron's 6-ounce body, half the weight of a pricier iron, felt pretty flimsy. It also took significantly longer to heat up than the 15-second claim on the box. But it did indeed straighten my notoriously stubborn hair, albeit in more time and with visibly less shine than imparted by pricier irons. That said, for $25, it's more effective than its competitors. At number 4. Dyson Airstrait Straightener. I was afraid the new batch of wet-to-dry stylers would sizzle hair off like the ones in the early 2000s. But now there are a few that actually work. Dyson's Airstrait, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, has the same form factor as a standard flat iron, but instead of hot plates, it uses airflow to dry and straighten your hair simultaneously. Using one focused jet of air that moves downward, it dries your hair with a natural, smooth finish. You'll also have the option between 2 main styling modes, wet and dry, and 3 temperature settings for each. I typically use it on wet mode to fully dry my hair and switch to dry mode to flatten any puffiness. The entire process, which normally takes about 45 minutes, now only takes 12 to 15 minutes. It's worth noting the Airstrait might not work on multiple hair types, despite Dyson's claims. It works great on my short, curly locks regardless of whether they're wet or dry. But reviewer Medea Giordano's hair is very coarse and also much curlier than mine. The Airstrait worked well on her damp and dry hair, but she prefers using the Rev Air when styling wet hair because it's faster and dries larger sections. At number 5. She Original Ceramic Flat Iron. She is highly regarded, and this straightener in particular is an almost permanent feature at the top of Amazon's bestsellers list. It comes with a lot of hype, and in my testing it more than lived up to it. Its ceramic plates heat up to 392 degrees Fahrenheit, 202 Celsius, in seconds. It's one of the fastest straighteners I've tried, and it creates sleek styles with minimal passes. Its curved edges make it great for creating soft curls and flicks, and it feels super lightweight. There are a couple of sacrifices you make for this cheaper price. The hinge has a tendency to trap and pull on the hair, and the outer plastic gets hot while styling, making it uncomfortable to touch. It doesn't burn the skin, it's just hotter than other straighteners I've tried. Neither of these complaints are enough to outweigh just how good it is for the price, though. At number 6. GHD Duet Style. The GHD Duet Style looks very much like a large flat iron, except that hot air vents are on the center of each arm to dry your wet hair with a single pass. You can stop there, or, if you want to add extra shine, you can switch the Duet Style to Shine Shot mode. This turns off the air, and turns on two thin ceramic plates, thus transforming the Duet Style into a traditional hot plate straightener. In my time testing the Duet Style, the wet mode was more than enough to create poker straight styles. The only time I used the Shine Shot mode was when I hadn't quite managed to straighten the shorter hairs around my hairline. However, if you have thicker or longer hair, you'll likely find the Shine Shot mode much more useful. The hot plates are what sets the Duet Style apart from the Airstrait, which by comparison only uses hot air, but in terms of usage and design they produce the same outcome. This means your choice will likely come down to price or brand loyalty.